Hello, my name's Owen. I'm the Managing Director here at MM Automotive based in Lincolnshire. I'm a Mazda specialist and today we are going to be doing a decarb and some top end work on this lovely Mazda 6. So what's included in our exhaust cam inspection package or cylinder head service? Well, you get brand new fuel lines, you get brand new injector studs, brand new injector seals, spill off pipe washers that basically go over that top fuel pipe that goes over the injector, a rocker gasket, rocker cover oil seals. Everything gets cleaned up and pre-lubricated. All of your fasteners are ultrasonic cleaned, the injector nozzles are ultrasonic cleaned, and our oil showers are ultrasonic cleaned as well. While we're in here, a lot of my customers also opt to clean up this exhaust pressure pipe. Now, because we're dealing with an AdBlue 2.2 here today, we don't need to do the exhaust pressure pipe unblock and sensor upgrade. However, if you did want to option that in, and on the older pre-AdBlue 2.2s, that is a very common issue, we charge £140. It's much easier to do in situ because the rocker cover's off, we can get a blowtorch in on that pipe nice and easily, and it literally takes us about an hour to do. We also get a lot of customers asking to do a vacuum pump on this job as preventative maintenance because, as you can see, it's all apart, it's all nice and easy to access. It's 4 bolts right here. We fit an OEM vacuum pump, and again we charge £140 to fit that pump. A lot of customers also opt for an exhaust camshaft replacement if it's needed. However, just bear in mind, I only offer this service if the valves are free moving. Everyone wants to know, how much does this cost? We charge £420 for our exhaust cam inspection and cylinder head service here at MM Automotive. And then should look at that. How clean is that? So while everything's in the ultrasonic bath and we're waiting for the baths to warm up and things like the injectors to be cleaned up, we're going to crack on, get the top end cleaned up. So we're going to do the mating surface, we're then going to do the injector seats, and then we're going to take the oil showers and the cam journal out so that those can go in the ultrasonic bath as well, and then we're going to whack it back together. So how do we actually clean the injector seats? This is the single most important part of doing top end work on these 2.2s and any diesel engine in general. Step 1, we insert this little plug, which is basically a little bung that goes in the base of the injector seat, sits in there, stops any debris going down inside the cylinder, stops any risk of dry start wear. So let's get that inserted and then we can move on to step 2. There we go, so no plug on there, that means we've inserted successfully. Step 2, we're going to get a brush, we're going to pop it on the end of our drill, and what we're going to do is we're not going to clean the face of the injector seat just yet because we need to make sure that the actual wall of the chamber is clean as well. The reason for that is that as we put the injector in, we really want to make sure there is no risk whatsoever of any tiny piece of carbon or any bits of debris getting under that seal and stopping it from sealing properly. That gives us the best possible chance of no blown injector seals. By the way, I give a 40,000 mile warranty on the injector seals themselves, all of the gaskets and all of the top end parts. It's 40,000 miles or 3 years. Let's get the walls clean. There we go. So what we're doing now is a little bit of brake cleaner in there just to remove any lingering debris off the wall, and then we're going with 90 psi compressed air to clean it all out from the base. And then before we remove the plug, we're getting a torch in and we're just making sure that we got all of the debris out. We don't want anything left down there when we remove the plug because we don't want any risk of it hitting the cylinder So let's remove our plug. I'm screwing in this threaded bar, pop it out, and there we go. You can see it prevented all of our debris from going down inside the cylinder. Now the final step is we're going to use a little nylon brush, and I'm going to be honest, the injector seats are so clean on this. I've been saying to George that the seats are so clean on this because we've gotten in here so early that they're not actually taking that much cleaning whatsoever. So with really bad ones that I get, it takes quite a lot. So a lot of the time we're looking probably 4 or 5 rounds of cleaning. Sometimes we have to actually get an inject seat cutter in there and completely recut the seat. That's especially the case with borderline blown seals where the washers have completely failed, or with blown inject seals where you start to get tar up the sides of the injector, and I've had to completely clean everything out of those bores. Let's get the seat polished and then we'll show you the final result. And there we go, that should be that. You want a little bit of pressure just to get the wire brush to bite into any dirt, but you don't want to score the seat at all because this is aluminium, it's very delicate. We want to make sure we have a perfectly flat surface. Let's blow any remaining crud out and we should have a spotless seat. And there we go. That should, we'll have a check. Yeah, lovely and clean. That should be that, and every single injector seat is now completely spotless. We're good to go, we're good to clean our mating surface, and then we can take the oil showers off, the camshaft oil journal out, give that a clean, pop it all back together, and then we're ready to finish at the top end. And then once we've done this, we'll obviously do the section in the corners. There we go. There we go. And now we can buzz them out with the gun. Pop this out in one. Should be able. There we go. Oops. And there is our camshaft oil journal. Now it's nice and clean, but it's still going to ultrasonic anyway. Make sure it's absolutely spotless. And now that we've gotten all of the gubbins off everything, we can pop the oil shower off, like so, and we're going to give those an ultrasonic clean. There we go. So when we do this job, as I said earlier, we replace the rocker cover oil seals. These are notorious for leaking on these engines, so we're going to whack all 4 of those in now. We also paint mark everything we touch, so you know exactly where I've been. And final touch, the rocker cover gasket. Brand new OEM, of course. And we're gonna go straight in there like that. But you can see the difference in depth between the old and the new one. Yeah. I mean, that one would have been absolutely fine. I could have reused that and it'd have been no problem, but we always replace things around here. So we're going to clean out the base of the seat on the injector, and as stated earlier in the video, you do not want any carbon whatsoever left in these. So we're going to scrape them out like this. I'm going to go and get some compressed air and some brake cleaner and make sure they are absolutely spotless. This takes a really steady hand, because if you scratch the injector surface, good luck. Oh, look at that. It's quite a lot there. This one was particularly bad. Right, so we've got the top end back together on this Mazda 6. It is looking absolutely lovely, as you'll see in the video footage. We've got a decarb to finish. We need to bleed the fuel system, then we're going to take it on a 25-mile test drive, and then we can hand it back to the customer. Throughout this process and throughout every job I do, as I said earlier, every bolt gets paint marked, everything gets talked to spec, and the customer gets photos and videos throughout so they can see exactly what's been done throughout the job. It's going to be embarrassing as hell because I'm not strong, and this is 20 kilos. Brake cleaner, and some compressed air. So we've got a decarb done, we've got the top end work finished up, we've done our 25 miles of test driving. All of the values look good. We've had a check on the scan tool. It drives really well. Let's give it back to the customer. Thank you for watching. I've been Owen, and I hope to see you in the next one.